Hello subscribers and non-subscribers, and welcome back to ChäoS. However, I do want to mention that this is not an actual part. In fact, that's why it's noted with a 0.5 at the end of it. So I missed something. I still want to give you guys an opportunity to go ahead and actually decide on this thing, despite the fact that I don't necessarily have the time to sit down and record a full part right now. So it's been... I think it's been 2 weeks since I have last uploaded a part as of recording this, and in fact technically now it would be 3, I believe, with me not uploading anything this week, or a part this week. So what I wanted to do was give you guys the opportunity to decide on something, and what I want you to decide on is, for next week, would you prefer that I go ahead and record one hour long part, or would you prefer if I recorded 2 30-minute parts? They would still be uploaded either way at the same time, but what I would do is, if I do 2 30-minute parts, one would go up at 5, the other would go up at 5:30 Eastern summertime, or daylight time, or whatever it is. Yeah, Eastern daylight time. Personally, it doesn't matter to me which way I do, because it's still more or less the same amount of time either way. Although recording the 2 30-minute parts would take me a little bit longer to render, primarily just because after the first part renders, I gotta take it out of the render queue, slap the second one in, and make any edits that I have to audio and whatnot. But beyond that, it's still more or less the same amount of time either way. The one 1 hour long part is a little bit easier to render because it requires a little bit less work on my part, because I just gotta do any edits once and call it quits, and then just tell it to render. But with the two 30-minute parts, I have to go and apply the edits twice, once to the first part, once to the second part. But either way, I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to leave a comment letting me know which method you prefer for me to do for next week, as a attempt to make up for the fact that I've missed a couple of weeks now for this series. Although I know there's only like one person who actually comments on these videos, so unless other people decide to comment letting me know what their decision is, the decision is going to be left up to that one individual that actually comments on these videos. But I would definitely prefer if everybody who watched this series were to comment on this, because it does affect you guys, at least to a degree. But if nobody votes, I'll probably just go with one hour long part, just because it's a little bit easier on me. But as I said, it doesn't really matter either way. But that's going to be it. Again, I apologize that I have missed a couple weeks now, and that even though I said that my normal uploads would start on Tuesday, then I didn't start them on Tuesday, and then I said, well, if they don't start on Tuesday, they'll start on Wednesday, and then, oh, lo and behold, I'm not actually starting them on Tuesday. Nonetheless, I apologize for that, but I just simply recorded the next episode of Vehicles of War Thunder. It took a little longer than I had originally anticipated, and it doesn't help that I woke up a little later than usual to record that, so things are a little bit off for me this week, and next week should be fine in all honesty, but we'll see. Either way, as I said, I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to decide if you would prefer one hour long part or 2 30-minute long parts. Either way, they're going to go up on the same day either way, so I don't really care. It's just an opportunity to let you guys choose, because maybe you don't want to sit through a one hour long part. You'd rather go into 2 30-minute long parts, and you can maybe watch one right as it goes up, and then the other one maybe an hour or two later when you have the time. But that's going to be it for this video. Again, sorry about not having parts for ChäoS in a couple weeks. It's more or less my fault for the most part. But I will see you guys next week. Until then, goodbye and farewell.